What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about, why did I buy an automatic? Because a lot of people, I'm sure, are wondering, why not buy a manual? Because, manuals are super fun. And before we start this video, I'm gonna go ahead and say I love manual transmissions. I think they're great. They're super fun. They're definitely more involving than an automatic transmission is. But there are definitely some reasons why I didn't go with a manual in this car particularly. If I would have gotten anything else, like a BRZ, 350Z, 370Z, I would have 100% gotten a manual transmission. Let's go ahead and cold start. Cold starts are fun. That's so nice, dude. Gotta love a cold start. All right, so why did I buy an automatic? I'm gonna go through every reason as to why I bought an automatic. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I took a lot of time to really research about the Genesis Coupe and figure out, all its problems, what to expect. The manual in this car has a good bit of issues. I know it has lockout problems, and some people have just had to get multiple transmissions replaced in like 1 year, which is ridiculous. A lot of people also said the manual feels like really spongy and kind of rubbery, doesn't feel like a great shifter. So that was also something that turned me away from the manual. So obviously with the manual having these issues, I went and looked, does the automatic have any problems? And from what I found, the automatics are pretty good. They hold up really well. Another thing that led me to the automatic was the fact that it's an 8-speed. I mean, all the cars in this car's competition don't have 8 speeds. I think the 370Z's automatic is like a 7-speed, and good lord, that sun is really bright. So point number one was just the fact that the manual transmissions are not reliable. They don't hold up well. They're not really great in general. And then the second reason is because of where I live. I live very close to Savannah, Georgia, and any of you guys that live around here would know that the traffic here gets really bad sometimes, and I was not about to sit in traffic with a manual transmission, especially here, because this is my daily. So if I was to drive this every day with a manual, I get caught in traffic pretty often because of just my college class schedule. So that would have sucked. That would have absolutely sucked. Another thing for me personally was I've driven manuals and I've driven automatics, and I love them both. But for me, having paddle shifters in an automatic is really fun, and it's almost as fun as a manual. I wouldn't say it's as fun as a manual, because manuals are super fun. You're super involved. You're just slamming gears. That's super fun. But having paddle shifters for me was enough. It was definitely enough. Also, this transmission being as good as it is, it's a pretty great transmission. The paddles are really responsive. It doesn't really ever deny you like shifting unless you're gonna hurt something. It's not like, the automatics that when you try to downshift, it just denies your downshift, or an upshift doesn't work. It's not like that at all. It works every time unless I'm gonna like over rev the engine. So it's one of those automatics that really does let you have fun, because that's one of the biggest problems with I think a lot of automatics nowadays is they don't let you have fun, and that's what ruins them. But this car's automatic is like almost encouraging fun, because it lets you downshift. It'll let you downshift all the way to red line if you're not going over. Had the manual transmission in this car been more reliable and just a better transmission overall, I definitely would have gone with it, because I prefer manuals just because of the like, you're more involved in the car and everything. Another advantage of this 8-speed as opposed to the 6-speed manual is I don't have to like exit boost whenever I shift, because automatics, you never have to leave boost between shifts, and that's just that makes it that much faster. So what do you guys think of the 8-speed in the Genesis Coupe? Personally, I love it to death. If there are any of you out there that have these 6 speeds, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.